All right, guys, before we get into the video, I just wanted to clarify here. I was very short on time. We were very short on time at the range for this video. So we tried to cram a bunch into a very short period, and we did not get to film as much as we wanted to. So if you watch this and you want us to go back to the range and test these out again, run some drills, do some build drills, stuff like that, let me know. We'll get some shot timers and we'll really test things. But let's jump into the video. Super safety versus forced reset trigger, and then at the end we'll discuss a little bit too. All right, guys, so we're out here at the range. We're gonna do, I told y'all that FRT content was coming back, and it is finally back. Today we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna compare the FRT to the super safety. All right, so I got my buddy with me. He's got a super safety, I've got the FRT. We're gonna do a side-by-side comparison, pros and cons of each. We're gonna discuss all kinds of things about it. But let's dive into it. And of course, this is all for YouTube. This is all semi-auto. We're not even shooting real bullets. This isn't even real. This is a video game. And we're completely safe. So let's jump into it, and we'll go through the FRT and the super safety. Guys, we got the super safety up. Now, we've been trying to refine this thing and get it really dialed in. We found that for whatever reason, the upper we had on it was not working. We switched to my upper, and it seems to be really happy. Now, one of the benefits of the super safety over the FRT that I've got is you have 3 positions. You've got safe, you've got single shot, and then you have super safe. So we're going to go through and we'll start with the single shot, and we'll move to the super safe, and we'll go from there. So here we go, super safety. Let's see how it performs. Here we go. Single shots here. And now let's do some super safe. That's the super safety. All right, guys. Forced reset. All right, guys. Forced reset trigger. Let's go into it. This one runs a little bit smoother, I think, than the super safety. At least in the experience that we've had here today. But I'm gonna show you how it runs. We're gonna go back. We're gonna talk about it, and yeah, let's have some fun. So. Say that as she starts binding up on me.
You need to get a stand for this thing. So, I don't have
All right.
I don't have a stand.
Oh yeah, she needs clean bad. But it runs. It runs good. All right, guys, so we're back from the range. We had a pretty good range day. We were very short on time, unfortunately. We showed up late and they closed early. So we didn't get to shoot as much as we wanted to, but we did get some things worked out, and there's a lot of stuff that we didn't film that was just trying to really understand the super safety. We want to go ahead and apologize. I did not clean my upper like I should have. All right, if you notice at the end of the FRT clip, testing clip, it was starting to hang up. We were starting to get some binding in the upper, and that's on me. It was essentially running dry. It was getting hot already, and so that's on me. That's not on the gun. It goes to show weapons maintenance. But let's talk about it. Let's discuss pros and cons of both, right? Because I think it's important if you're looking to shoot fast and have these fun knickknacks, that it's important to look at the pros and cons of each. So the pros of the super safety are it's very affordable, very cheap. I don't know if YouTube allowed me to talk about currency, but we'll just say the equivalent would be Arizona teas. The Arizona sweet teas. It would be less than 100 of those. You know, what you could trade for super safety. The FRTs are several hundred Arizona teas. I think the highest I saw was about 650 Arizona sweet teas. But there's some nuances there. All right, and let's talk about it. So while the super safety is much more affordable, it is a cross bolt adaptation to the safety. And it does have a tab, essentially, that acts to push the trigger back to the reset. Its tolerances are not like the FRTs. You can see it. There tend to be a lot of slop in it. And one of the issues that we discovered was that if you do not have the selector in the correct position and have it really dialed into that position, you won't get it to function properly. It was an issue that we were having that we initially thought was from the buffer, and that's why we swapped my buffer into the other rifle to see if that helped. It seemed to help, and then we swapped uppers, thinking maybe it was the upper, and that helped. But I was also running that upper, so it could be that where I selected the safety, it seemed to function pretty well. Other guy that I was with, he was having some issues with it, and we think that after the fact, when we were discussing it, that it was just that position of the safety selector in there. So it's a little nuance there, but I think with some time behind it, you could get used to having that position correct. Now for the FRT, one of the big pros that I really like is this is drop-in trigger group. It drops right in. You have to do the same amount of work for the super safety and the FRT. You have to take apart you have to take the hand grip off, and you have to take the detent down, and you have to do all the things that you would normally do to put a trigger group in. You have to do that with the super safety and the force reset trigger. But having that trigger pack in there as a drop-in trigger pack makes it a lot easier to manipulate and work with, and I always find that, it's just a little bit more robust. There's not that play and that wobble in the safety selector like the super safety. It's either go or no go, right? And on the 3 positions, you have go, or you have no go, go, and then go, 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 go very fast. So I like that about the FRT. What I don't like about the FRT is the price, because let's be real here, very expensive. That's a huge issue for a lot of people. So it prices a lot of people out for this particular accessory. Super safety, very affordable, but there's those nuances there. So I feel bad, guys. I kind of let you down with the filming there with such a dirty gun. But I promise you that this will be back, and I will clean it, and I will grease it properly, and not just spray CLP down it when it starts biting a little bit. This gun really enjoys grease, and it runs flawlessly when it is properly greased and cleaned. This thing's had hundreds of rounds through it and not maintained properly. That's on me, not the gun, and definitely not on the trigger or the super safety. So, guys, really appreciate y'all watching. And since I feel bad about not showing y'all enough, enjoy this clip at the end, and let me know in the comment section down below, Team Super Safety, Team FRT, and do you want me to run some drills with these and really dive into the mechanical workings and how tough these things are? Y'all let me know, comment section down below. Y'all know the deal. Stay armed, stay safe, keep your heads on a swivel, honor, do, make to want. Y'all be good. We'll see you in the next one.
See how this goes. Semi-auto.